If I'm not mistaken, I was made to understand via the Coast Guard representative that the response time between the park rangers from the Audubon who were stationed on Lighthouse Reef and the assets from the Belize National Coast Guard were deployed into the area almost immediately, and it was only a matter of minutes before they were able to reach you guys and successfully rescue you. This is questionable based on the accounts that you have provided. Can you go into some details as to what transpired from that point onward?
Right. That's not entirely true. There may be some truth in terms of when things were deployed, but we did not encounter those people in any way that was minutes after the crash. There was no short amount of time in which we saw anybody. We were out there by ourselves in the middle of nowhere, swimming for at least an hour. What happened was, after we all checked ourselves to make sure that we were fine, that we were all out safely of the aircraft, that was the big deal, or the end of phase one of this ordeal, because we knew we were going to crash. We crashed. We had to get out. Finally, we're out. Okay, everybody's fine. All right, how do we get help? We had to swim for those 3 miles, and that took us, it took us at least an hour. It might have been a little bit more, but it definitely wasn't minutes, and it definitely wasn't 20 minutes. And the first people who came to get us when we finally got to the island was not the Coast Guard, but it was the park rangers. The park rangers had a boat, and we waved them down. They eventually came within maybe 3 or 4 minutes time. They came over and picked us up off the beach. The pilot explained to them what happened, and they had some quick back and forth. They helped us put our things in the boat and took us to their station. It's still pouring rain, and they take us to their little station that they had, and that was our first chance to collect ourselves and to just sort of reflect, like, wow, like, this is something that happened.